Good morning, class ninth. This is the second lecture on tense. And in the first lecture, we studied three major tenses: simple present tense, simple continuous tense, and present perfect tense. So, before we proceed with today's session, let me just remind you the definition of tenses. Tense, a method that we use to refer to time, past, present, and future. There are 12 major verb tenses. So in today's lecture, we are going to study these five tenses enlisted here. I have highlighted them. We will study them one by one and their constructions also. This is very important because I want you to keep your pen handy, and I also want you to write the construction of the tense of this particular tense carefully. So now we are going to begin with the present perfect continuous tense. So this is the construction here. Subject, a sentence has subject and a predicate part. Understand, subject is one who initiates an action, and predicate part we get to know about the action part. And in the predicate part, you can see the main verb, the helping verb, adverb, objects. Understand? So you can actually look, and subject can be anything. It is a name of a person. It is a noun, right? It is a noun. Subject, and if subject is plural, we will use have, and if subject is singular, we will use has. Been plus verb, we use the ing form of in present perfect continuous. We use ing form in the main verb, and then object and adverb. Now the question is, when do we use present perfect continuous tense? It is very simple. Just read this highlighted line properly and listen to me attentively. When you refer to an action that started in the past and continue, it is still continue and continuous in the present. It is continue in the present. For example, uh, you know you open your book in the morning. You started studying, and you're also studying at the time of speaking. So it means this action, it began in the morning and it is still in continuation. It is still being done. For example, we have an example here. She has been living in this house ever since she was born. Right? So she was born, this began in the past, and she has been living, it means she's still living here. So you can see that we are actually referring to an action that started in the past, and it is still it is continue it is continued in the present. For let me just highlight one more example. uh, you know it has been raining since this morning. So it means it started raining in the morning, and it is raining, it has been raining. So it means rain hasn't stopped yet. So I believe it is very clear. So let's look at the constructions. C is subject here because she is singular. It is a pronoun. So we use has been, and the main verb is live, and we have used the ing form. In this house is object. Ever since she was born, this is an adverbial phrase, right? So if you will look at the construction, you will see this is actually, the sentence is grammatically correct, that she has been living in this house ever since she was born. And one more sentence we have here: I have been teaching you for last 4 hours. So it means 4 hours ago I started teaching, and I'm still teaching you. So it means I have been teaching you for the last 4 hours. So that's all we have in the present perfect continuous tense. Now let's look at simple past tense. Simple past tense. The simple past tense is, let's first look at the construction of simple past tense. And always remember, in simple past tense we always use the second form of the verb. For example, go, went, gone. The second form of go is went. So in simple past tense we always use second form went. And now the question arises, when do we use simple past tense? So the answer lies here. When you refer to things that happen in the past, obviously, when we talk about things that happen in the past, for example, this is we have an example here. He cooked pancake for breakfast yesterday. He is subject. Cook is the main verb, but it is a second form here because it is simple past tense. Pancake is object. For breakfast and for yesterday, this is yesterday is an adverb. So that's, if you will look at the construction of simple past tense, and if you will look at the sentence, you will get to know that this is grammatically correct. He cooked pancake for breakfast yesterday. And also, when you refer to a past habit or state, when you talk about your past habit, this is where when we use simple past tense. For example, my brother was a footballer. My brother was a footballer when he was in college. So there is a slight change. You can see that in this sentence we have used the auxiliary verb was. My brother, so we use was to denote past tense. My brother was a footballer when he was in college. And then when you refer to an action that happened at definite time in the past, for example, Shahjahan constructed many buildings during his reign. Shahjahan is subject, and constructed is the second form of construct. Many buildings is object here, and during his reign, it is a phrase, adverbial phrase. Next, when you refer to an action that took place regularly in the past. So now it's very simple when we talk about an action which happened and took place regularly. For example, in the past, my grandparents played badminton every evening when they were young. So my grandparents, subject, played, this is the second form of the verb play. Badminton is object, and every evening when they work, this is clause, adverbial clause. Right? So my grandparents played badminton every evening when they were young. Now look at, that's all we have for simple past tense. Now let's talk about the past continuous tense, the past progressive tense. Look at the construction here. Subject plus auxiliary verb. So the auxiliary verbs are helping verb. If subject is singular, we will use was. If it is he or she, we will use was. If subject is plural, we will use were. And main verb, we use ing form of the verb and the object. And now, when do we use the past continuous tense? When you refer to repeated actions in the past, and when you refer to things that were going on a particular time in the past. For example, at 10, it means you're talking about yesterday. At 10 last night I was sleeping. And when you refer two or more things that were happening at the same time in the past, now we are talking about two actions that is happening in the past simultaneously. While we were doing our test, our teacher was walking around the classroom. So it's very simple. When we talk about an action, refer to an actions that is that is happening in the past, right, that were going on a particular time in the past. Like she was making breakfast uh, when my brother arrived. Now let's look at the past perfect tense. First, let's look at the construction. Always remember that in the past perfect tense, we always use the third form of the verb: go, went, gone. And if the subject is singular or plural, we will always use had. Like in the case, unlike in the case of okay, let's look at the past perfect tense first. Subject plus had plus third form of the verb and object. Now the question is, when do we use the past perfect tense? When you refer to an action or event that took place before a particular time in the past. By 10, I had finished my homework and was ready. This is by 10 I had finished my homework and I was ready to go to bed. So let me just tell you the simple definition of the past perfect tense and when do we use past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used when we talk about there will always be two actions. There will always be two actions, and these actions, when we talk about two past actions and the action that took place first, you will always the sentence will always be in the construction of the past perfect tense, and the another part, that is the subordinate clause, it will be in the format of simple past tense. For example, when I reached his home, this is subordinate clause. It cannot stand alone because it is not a principal clause. When I reached his home, reached second form. When I reached his home, when I reached his home, he had already left. So now we are talking about two actions. I went to his home and he left the house. But which action took place first? He had left the house, because when he reached his house, he was not there. So it means he had left his house when I reached his house. The bus had left when I reached at the station. So this is where we use past perfect tense. Always remember, when there are two actions, the actions took place in the past, and the action that took place first will always be made in this construction: subject plus had plus third form of the verb and object. Now let's have a look at the past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense, the construction is here: subject plus had been plus verb plus ing form plus adverbial phrase. So when do we use past perfect tense? When you refer to an action continuing over a period of time up to a specific time in the past, right? So the children had been playing in the sand for an hour when their mother came to take them in for a bath. So you can see this construction: children, subject, had been playing in the sand for an hour, and when their mother came to take them in for the bath. So you can see this is actually this sentence. It refers to an action that was, it was action that is continue over a period of time up to a specific time in the past. So that's all we have in today's session. The present perfect continuous, the simple past tense, the past continuous tense, the past perfect tense, the past perfect continuous tense. And so before we wind up the class, let's have a quick revision, or have a glance over the tenses we have just covered now. So the present perfect continuous tense, the action that started in the past and it is still happening in the present. For example, she has been living in this house ever since she was born. I have been writing my essay for the last hour, and he has been watching TV for last 2 hours, and they have been studying in this school for 10 years. So these are the example of present perfect continuous. I believe there is no confusion now. Let's talk about simple past tense. Simple past tense is very simple. Construction is here. Let me just highlight. When you refer to things that happened in the past, for example, at one time David Beckham played football for a club called Manchester United, and he lived in UK at that time, United Kingdom, right? My brother was a cricketer. He stayed in a house close to the college. These are all example of simple past tense, the action that happened in the past. Many people visited this cinema hall in the past. Understand? Simple past is very simple. A subject plus we always use the second form of the verb and the object. Now let's talk about the past continuous tense. What is past continuous tense? Past continuous tense means when we talk about an action, repeated actions in the past, or when you refer to things that were going on at a particular time in the past. For example, at 10 last night I was sleeping. Understand? She was making dinner. My father was watching television when I arrived. So these are the example of past continuous tense. What is the construction? Subject plus auxiliary verb. If subject is singular, we will use was. If subject is plural, we will use were, and we will use the ing form of the verb and then object. Now we have the past perfect tense. Past perfect tense construction is here. Subject plus had plus verb, third form plus object. Usually we when we use past perfect tense, you are likely to see a principal clause and the subordinate clause. The principal clause will always be written in the form of present perfect, past perfect tense. So when do we use past perfect tense? I have already given and explained the simple definition of the past perfect tense. When we talk about, always remember, when we talk about two actions that took place in the past, and the action that took place first will always be constructed in this form: subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, he had eaten his breakfast when I arrived. Understood? So these are the example. This is the example of past perfect tense. Neeta was thrilled that she had won the contest. Understand? The electrician had repaired the fuse and had when the owner arrived. So this is the example of past perfect tense. And the past perfect continuous means that action it began in the past for the specific at a specific time, and it was still going on for over a period of time in the past, right? For example, the example that we shared, that I shared, the children had been playing in the sand for an hour when their mother came to take them in for a bath. Understand? The construction is here: subject plus had been plus ing form of verb plus adverb or adverbial phrase. And one more example: the cyclist had been cycling. It means we're talking this happened in the past. It means it began in the past and it continued for some moment in the past. The cyclist had been cycling for a while when they had to stop at a road block. So these are all the examples, right? uh, I was tired as I had been reading for some hours, and grandma had been knitting for hours and appeared to be quite content to go on for some more. These are more examples, but please have a look at the constructions. If you will understand the constructions properly, and if you will examine them carefully, these tenses, it will seem like a piece of cake. They are not very difficult, and in case you have any problem and any difficulties, you can ask me. But instead of just memorizing them, you actually need to understand the concept of tense. You're also supposed to understand the construction, that how they are used, how the verbs are used in different tenses, and that's how you're going to master it. That's all we have for today. Thank you everyone, and we will discuss the remaining part of the tenses in the last video of grammar.